Hello, Year 11s. Welcome to our next class. Okay, so we're dealing with 14M today. So we're going to deal with numerical methods with the CAS calculator. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few little tips and tricks of what we can do within the calculator and how easy it can be to find all of this. Okay, so yeah, we'll move on to an example. Okay, so first one is solve the expression x divided by 2 equals sine x, giving you an answer to 2 decimal points. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull out a calculator. Okay, so hopefully everyone has your calculator. Hopefully you can have it on hand, like so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and solve the expression of x divided by 2 is equal to sine x. Okay, what we're going to do is on your menu, I've already done this, I've already set it up. On your menu, we're going to go to graph and table. We're going to enter those two expressions separately. Okay, so once you enter those two, tick those boxes and we want to graph it. Okay, and this is what it looks like. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the solutions of where they equal each other, essentially where they overlap or cross. Okay, we're actually going to get three solutions. I'm going to get one down there right near where my cursor is, one at the origin, and one at the very top. Okay, and those are the three values that we're actually trying to find. Okay, so to find those values, what we need to do is we go to analysis, we go to GSolve, okay, and we go to intersection. Okay, so we're trying to find those intercepts where they overlap. Okay, and what you're going to do is these values are going to be listed down the bottom. Okay, so see with the little pink arrow that we have there, my x value is negative 1.895. Okay, and my y is negative 0.947. Okay, once we write down the first value, okay, so I'm going to go back to this screen here. So I'll change my marker. So x equals negative 1.90. Okay, so 2 decimal points. So when x equals negative 1.90, y will be equal to negative 0.95. Okay. When we go back to a calculator, if we click across, my little pink cursor has moved. Okay, so we've moved there to the middle. My values 0 and 0, as I said before, so they were at the origin. Okay, so x equals 0, y equals 0, and then the last one, what we're going to do is this is actually going to be symmetrical, and the last value is going to be the same, except those coordinates are both going to be positive. Okay, so if I go back to my PowerPoint, my x is 1.90 and my y is 0.95. So there are our three solutions that we have there. Okay, so reasonably straightforward. We can easily see those points within the graph. Okay, and we're just using our GSolve section to find those solutions. Okay, so as we move on to the next question, we need to fit a sine curve to the points of this. So 1, 2.08, 2, 2.3, 3, 0.94, 4, negative 1.77, and 6, negative 0.96. Okay, so this is going to be something a little bit different. What I want to do, so I want everyone to go back to their calculator, their main screen, and go to statistics. Okay, because we're going to enter some statistics. Okay, I'm going to clear my previous page. Okay, and what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to enter a lot of those values. Okay, except in list 1. Okay, I'm going to enter the x's, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and no 5, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then next to it in the list 2, I'm going to enter my y value, so 2.08, 2.3, 0.49, negative 1.77, and negative 0.96. Okay, so once I've entered those, I get these two columns. Okay, so what we can do to find out values, we can go calculate, we can go regression, and right down the bottom, we're going to go to that sinusoidal regression. Okay, so that just treats it like a sine graph. Okay, so once I hit that, my x list is list 1. Okay, so that's my first list that I entered. I entered those x values. My y list is list 2. Okay. And on the list, what I'm actually going to do is see the copy formula. I'm actually going to copy it to, we'll go to Y3. Okay, I'll show you why I've saved it to Y3. So if we go OK, just give it 2 seconds. Okay, what we've got is, as you can see, the formula at the top, so y equals a sine bx plus c plus d. I've got all these values that I need to put in. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to copy that down. So across here, I've got y equals a sine bx plus c plus d. Okay, we're going to enter those values. So my value of a, I'm just going to round this off to 2 decimal points. So 2.5, so that becomes 2.5 sine, open bracket, 0.98, so 0.98x plus. See that, one thing you got to watch out for, see that e? Okay, that e to -3, that's actually our scientific notation. So that actually equals, I'll write that over here, 2.88 times 10 to the -3. That's what the e -3 represents. So that's an e minus 3. Okay, so if we write that as proper notation, remember decimal point there, that's where a decimal point goes with the loop. So this actually equals 0.00288. If I'm rounding to 2 decimal points, that just becomes 0.00. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go plus 0. Okay, it's not really significant at all. There's no, that represents our horizontal translation, so it's just pretty insignificant. And then I get the same thing with d, except it's negative. But that's, if I'm rounding to 2 decimal points, that's also going to be insignificant. So that's technically like a minus 0, using that negative as a minus, okay? And that's what we've got. So this is our formula. So if I was to simplify this formula, this becomes 2.5 sine 0.98x. Okay, and that's our graph there that we've generated. Okay, so remember that I saved that formula. What I'm going to do, okay, so that's what my graph looks like. Okay, so if I change this window slightly, I'll make my minimum, I might make it 0. Okay, just to make it a bit more as we flow across. -2. No, it doesn't want to change me. Okay. So what I'll do is, if I go to graph and table, I've actually saved the formula across there. See that? Remember when I said I saved it to Y3? It's actually saved to that location. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to graph this, and that's what my graph looks like. Okay. So I fit a sine curve. That's my sine curve, and it goes through those points. Okay. So if you look at the 1, 2.08, which would be about there. 2 and 2.3, so it's slightly higher. 3, 0.49, so it's about half. 4 was negative 1.77, and then 6 was negative 0.96. Okay, so that whole sine graph fits that curve, and this is our formula. That's how you generate. So just remember that when you do enter the data, okay, so I'll write it on here. So once you enter the data, you need to go calc. You need to go regression. Okay, and then we go sine regression. Okay, so just as I go back to my calculator, go back to our statistics, so calculate regression, sinusoidal regression. Okay, so sine regression. Okay, and you'll be able to find your values there. So I've listed that there. That should be able to help you get through a few of the questions. Okay, so your calculator is a really handy tool to use. Okay, so there's a couple of tips and tricks. Hopefully you can apply them yourself. Okay, a lot of this does link to outcome 3. Okay, so a lot of students have been struggling with outcome 3 at the moment. So this might be quite a bit of a focus that I think few of you will require. Okay, so good luck. If you have any problems, send me an email and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.